Well, as you can see there, Denbigh open doors. I don't know what's going on here. Expecting a big queue or something. But yeah, so it's Denbigh open doors, and what that is literally places in Denbigh, historical buildings and tourist attractions and stuff are literally opening their doors. And this is one of them. You've got the castle, town halls and what have you. And but what I'm going to visit today, which I'm looking forward to, is the Carriageworks, which is in Love Lane. Now, that's where I grew up as a kid. I've talked about it a few times on my videos. It's Love Lane Garage, but it was named the Carriageworks when Dave Sanders bought it. He bought the showroom next door to Love Lane Garage, the showroom. I don't know what they do with all these cones. I don't know what all's going on here. But anyway, I'm up in the castle, by the way. Yeah, Dave Sanders took it over, bought it next door to the garage, which was the showroom, the lower half. The old garage, which is the first floor. And then the top bit was the attic. And Williams Brothers used to be coach builders going back in the years. And they owned it. And the Britannia Inn next door, that was the paint shop. And my tide, which is my grandfather, you don't have grandfathers in Wales, you have a tide. And you don't have a grandmother, you have a 9. You've got a 9 on the tide. It's still putting out these cones. I don't know what's going on here. Probably find out later. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with all these cones. But yeah. My tide worked for Williams Brothers, coach builders, of high quality coach builders they were. And when they wound up the business, they gave everything. They gave the building, Love Lane Garage, and all the buildings to my tide. She just said, you can have it. So that's where I grew up. That's where I grew up as a kid. And the last time I was in, well, it's the Carriageworks, but like I say, it's the showroom, the old garage, and the attic, and Love Lane Garage itself. My tide and my father used to run the garage, and we lived in the flat above. And last time I was there was 1983. That's when we left. We move out. So yeah, so that's where I'm going to visit today, and hopefully I'll get a bit of filming done. I'll obviously have to ask permission. I won't need permission to film from Love Lane, from outside. But hopefully they'll let me film, and I'll talk a bit about what they do there now. I'm not sure what goes on there, but I'll show you places, and I'll talk about the old smithy. I wonder where that was. There was an anvil, a big furnace, and all horseshoes and stuff. And right at the top, the very top floor in the attic, all the parts were there. All the parts for the coaches and horses and carts. There was wheels. There was a load of oak barrels and all that there. We used to make dens and things there when I was a kid. But that has all been cleared since we left. So yeah, I don't know they keep moving all these cones and stuff. Don't know what's going on here. So yeah, so I'll pop it down. I think it opens about 10 o'clock. I'm a bit early. But yeah, so that's it. So it's Denbigh open doors. This is one of the historic places that is open. Literally, well, in this case, open gates. And this is Burgess Gate, which is there. That's where I'm in now. Is that? And that was one of the entrances. There was the Burgess Gate and the Exchequer Gate. The Exchequer Gate does not exist today, just the Burgess Gate. So the portcullis and murder holes and all sorts. And there is the Goblin Tower, which I have made famous. It's haunted, by the way. Almost forgot to mention that then. But yeah, this is Burgess Gate. I'll show you the where the portcullis was and murder holes, as they call them. There's the groove there. And the portcullis was. And the murder holes. I used to pour hot oil on tar and God knows what onto you. But yeah, this is Burgess Gate. So like I say, one of the places that's open doors. So I head down to Love Lane and to the Carriageworks. Last time I was there was 1983. So there's Burgess Gate, so just pop down here and I'm on to Love Lane then. Well, that's it, that's where it is. That's the Carriageworks as they call it now. That was the showroom, that was the old garage, and that was the attic. That's where all the parts of the coaches were. That's where we used to live, that's where I grew up. That was my bedroom. And there's Love Lane Garage. And the Britannia Inn, that was the paint shop. So, and hopefully it'll be open. But yeah, 1983 was the last time I was here. And as I say, Dave Saunders bought this part here and he named it the Carriageworks. That was just the showroom, the old garage and the attic. So hopefully it'll be open. It doesn't look like it's open, but anyway, hopefully it'll be open soon. And I'll be able to have a little look around and hopefully do a bit of filming. But that's it, that's what it looks like today, the Carriageworks. So here I am from 1983, it was the last time I was here, and I'm here with Lauren. Introduce yourself, Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm an artist. Actually, I live in Abergavenny, but I'm in Denbigh and at the Carriageworks because I've been doing an artist residency for the last 2 weeks. So now this space is an artist gallery, and there's a rolling programme of exhibitions. It's run by Angela and Mark, and together they are called Studio Made, or this space is called Studio Made. But yeah, Graham's going to tell you all about it. It's really interesting history. I'm really excited.
I've been waffling away, you know what I'm like once I start. But Lauren's found it very interesting actually. Like I say, last time I was here was 1983, and all this wall wasn't here, that was all knocked through. And I explained I used to skateboard on this slope here, on my little skateboard, go up and down, and just through there, it used to extend further back than that, and just to the right, that was where the old smithy was. So I've talked about this in quite a few videos. There was a big furnace there, there was anvils and horseshoes and stuff like that, and it was actually on 3 levels. Above me was the old garage, and right at the very top was the attic, and that's where all the parts was, where the Williams brothers used to make the coaches. And like I say, it was on 3 levels, and through here there was trapdoors where they used to open them up and lower them down, and then they used to finish them off obviously on the very lower floor. And I've explained that that's where the petrol tank was, and through here, just through there was an opening into the garage. Like I say, my tide, which is my grandfather, and my father used to run the garage. So yeah, quite different to when I was here last. Very different actually. There was no tiles or nothing like on the floor here. But yeah, so, and Lauren's kindly let me have a bit of a wander around, and hopefully she's found it very interesting. So just have a bit of a wander down here. Like I say, it's been blocked off here. Further down there was another section there, and that's where we actually used to keep the coal. The old coalmen used to come in with the sacks on their back, and that's where the coal was kept. And just through there, as I say, that's where we called it the old smithy. So yeah, that's brought back a few memories. So thanks very much, Lauren, for letting me in. Yeah, so this was the showroom, part of Love Lane Garage where I grew up as a kid.